mubyeyi urifuza guteganyiriza umwana wawe ejo heza, gana mu mashuri ya apejerwa ariyo Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI hamwe na Emeru Intwari. Muri Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI tubafitiye amashami akurikira: culinary art cyangwa se ibijyanye n'ubutetsi, hari level 1, level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Food and beverage services tubafitiye level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye kandi accounting cyangwa se ibaruramari level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubukanishi bw'amamodoka mu byiciro bikurikira: auto engine technology level 3, auto transmission and control system technology level 4, automobile transmission and control system technology level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubwubatsi masonry level ya 3, level ya 4 ndetse na level ya 5. Tubafitiye tourism ubukerarugendo level ya 3, iya 4 ndetse n'iya 5. Turabibutsa ko tubafitiye n'icyiciro rusange tonkome. Naho muri Emeru Intwari tubafitiye amashami y'umwaka umwe akurikira: automotive technology ubukanishi bw'amamodoka level ya mbere, hairdressing ubwiza no gutunganya umusatsi level ya mbere, tailoring ubudozi level ya mbere, masonry ubwubatsi level ya mbere. Muri aya mashuri yombi tubafitiye abarimu b'inzobere harimo n'abaturuka hanze y'igihugu. Tubafitiye kandi n'amacumbi y'abakobwa ndetse n'ay'abahungu. Abanyeshuri bacu bakora ingendo shuri mu gihugu ndetse no hanze yacu. Tubaha umwanya wo kwimenyereza umwuga mu bigo bijyanye n'ibyo biga. Dukorera kandi graduation abanyeshuri basoje amasomo yabo. Aya mashuri aherereye mu mujyi wa Ruhango hafi ya gare. Ku bindi bisobanuro mwaduhamagara kuri 0788366219 cyangwa se 0722356668. Mwanaduhamagara kandi kuri 0788366213 cyangwa se 0788202282. Mwanadusura kuri website y'ishuri www.apejerwa.ac.rw. Umurimo ukozwe neza utuma batugirira icyizere.
Hello student, I'm Patrick Shimwe, a trainer in Lycée de Ruhango-IKIREZI in automobile transmission and control system technology. The module of today is called steering system. The sessions we are going to base on is called describe steering system. At the end of this module, every runner will be able to describe the types of steering system as we will see, then distinguish them, describe or distinguish the difference between lock and pinion, restricting balls. What are the main components on the steering system? Here I mean which one use power assisted or mechanical. Which difference between the component on restricting ball and the component on the lock and pinion. So let's go on with our session as to describe the steering system. A steering system, it is a group of component linkage that are used to transmit a rotary motion generated by the driver on the steering wheel to direct the vehicle. Yes? Then, what are the purpose or requirement of the steering system? A steering system have to allow the driver to guide the vehicle. It have to gearing up the torque generated by the driver. Also, it have to be accurate and easy to maintain. Let's get on the types of steering system. Normally, we have two types commonly used. The first one is mechanical or conventional steering system. The second one, it is power-assisted steering system. What is going on mechanical or conventional steering system? On conventional steering system, only the power of the drive, it is the only one which will be used to turn the wheels which we are steered. But means there is no external source or external energy to help or to assist the driver. Then on power assisted, means there is an external source or external energy which will help the driver to turn the vehicle. Here we normally use three types. The first one is hydraulic, power assisted, electronic, power assisted, or electro-hydraulic power assisted. All those types use two systems which called rack and pinion and what we call the circulating ball steering or steering gearbox. Before we go on with the rack and pinion and steering gearbox, let's take a look on the main components with the steering, with the circulating ball and the rack and pinion, because they are the components which are common to all those systems. Let's start. The first one, let's use a vehicle. Then we will use also those components out of the vehicle because some component is difficult to get on while we use a vehicle. Yes, all the vehicle have what we call steering wheel. It is this one we call a steering wheel. Both rack and pinion and steering gearbox have this one. We have this part we call switch assembly. Means it is where we will get ignition switch, this one, where we will get turning light and signaling. Also, we have here at this side screen washers. We have also a component here which is called tilt lever. Means you will need to change the angle at which your steering is positioned on. It is called tilt lever. Means it will help you to adjust upward or downward your steering. Here we have what we call support bracket. Means it is where our steering system is fixed on the vehicle bodies. Let's continue with the part which are out of the vehicle. By continuing here, we have what we call steering columns. This is connected to the steering wheel. We have here a universal joint. Some vehicles have two universal joints or only one. This is a universal joint cover. This part is called intermediate shaft. Means it will join the input shaft with the steering column. This is the second universal joint. Here we have input shaft. This part is not commonly on the steering system. Let's jump to this one. This one is called tie rod, and this one is called tie rod end. This tie rod, it is the same as this one. Means it is the end where we will connect to the wheels so that we will turn our wheels. Either it can be front wheels or rear wheels, it depends on the types. Normally, the tie rod is connected on steering linkage, or it has three parts. The upward, you get here, it is connected McPherson strut. Downward, it is connected control arm. Then this side part, it is where our tie rod is connected. So let's get on with rack and pinion. The rack and pinion, it is a system which use, as the name implies, what we call rack and what we call a pinion. This part, a cutting view of what called a rack. This is a rack. It have a tips. And this part, it is the same as this one. It is what we call pinion. Means when the driver turn a vehicle like this pinion teeth will slide on the rack tips so that you will change the direction where you want. You see here in this one, this part, it is a piston. Means when it is power assisted within hydraulic, you get here, there is two ports. Means this down port, it is where the input of this pump, we have here the steering pump and a steering reservoir. The oils, when you fill the oils hydraulic fluid, you fill in this tank. Then when you start your vehicle and try to turn, this oil will come into this pump and rotate. This cable is connected on this side. All those two sides are not interchangeable. This one is input and this one is output. Then those two types, it can be changed depend on the direction you are turning on. For example, this one can be input one time and output another times. Example, when you turn in this direction, I'm turning left direction. This oil will get here and the output will be there. It uses this tube. Then the oil will push this piston in this direction. While I'm rotating again, it will change. The oil will get input here and this one become an output. So let's look what part made up this pinion and lock. Here we have a pinion as input shaft. Then here inside there is a hose which connect this hole to this output and this one to this one. Then this part, this one, it is the control valve. Means when you turn, those holes will be connected to the input here, while on the other part will be connected to the output. So the oil which entered here will get on the direction you need if you want to turn right or if you want to turn left. Then what happened if the driver turn the wheel? Take example on this steering wheel. You see, I'm turning left and right. You see that lock getting out and in. This means what? When you turn rightward, this lock will push a wheel leftward. Means it get opposite direction. When you turn the steering left direction, the lock will get out in right direction. When you turn in right direction, the lock will push a pinion will push a lock on left direction. Let's take an example on my feet. Get on my feet. For instance, those feet are the steering. When I want to turn left, means I will turn my feet. Means I pull this one inward because this is connected together. This one also will be pushed out. Means you turn left. When you want to turn right, means you will push this one and pull this one so that you will turn in right direction. This is what happened on lock and pinion. Means here we have a figure which represent all parts of a lock and pinion. We saw that this steering wheel, steering columns, these tie rods are commonly on steering both lock and pinion and recirculating ball. This is a lock and pinion which use hydraulic power assisted. We have here a pump, it is this one. We have here a reservoir, but is not shown, it is this one. And those tie rods and the wheels are those one. Also we have those we call boots on all parts of steering system. We have a boot. This is one to prevent dirty to enter here inside the steering system. We have also a clamps to hold this boot. Yes, it is this one which made up a steering system with lock and pinion. So let's continue with a steering system which use recirculating ball or steering gearbox. Let's start by figures, then I will show you the part on the vehicle. The main component, you see the steering system also is there. Here we have a steering box. It is where the difference between this lock and pinion, it is in this side. You get the tie rods here are the same. We have a part called idle, arm, and track load. Let's get those parts on the vehicle and get their operating principle. Yes, let's look the parts of recirculating ball steering. This vehicle have hydraulic power assisted with steering gearbox. Here we have steering fluid reservoir. Here we have a load which is connected to the steering gearbox, means this load coming from the steering wheel. Then you have here a steering gearbox. This at the top you get there is a nut. This nut is called adjusting screw. Means you can adjust the angle at which your wheel will be turned. The more you release it downward, the more it will make a big angle, and vice versa. Yes, we saw there the steering gearbox housing. This part is called pinion. Means it is the output of this steering gearbox. This pinion will give a motion to this rod which called center links. Then this center links is the one which will distribute the motion to the right and left wheel through this tie rods. Here at that side you have what you call idle arm. This idle arm look like a pinion, but they don't have the same purpose, because this idle arm, it is only to fix the steering linkage to the body of the vehicle, while the pinion will produce or will give a motion produced by the driver to this center link, so that it will get there on the wheels here by the tie rod ends. Let's continue by getting all parts of this steering with steering gearbox and their operating principle. This is a steering gearbox I've talking to. This one, it is that adjusting screw where we use to adjust the angle at which our wheel will turn on. Let's open and look what inside this steering gearbox. Remember, when you open bolts, don't open the bolt on the same line. Try to mix so that it will not be broken and it become difficult to remove your parts. Yes, we have done to remove the bolts. So let's also yes, those are the main components of our steering wheel, steering gearbox or recirculating ball. Let's take a look on those figures, then I will show you the directory which component is that one. So here we have what we call a gear nut, we have worm gear, we have sector gear, and we have a pinion. Then on rack and pinion, the input shaft, it is on pinions. But here on recirculating ball or steering gearbox, the input gear, it is this one which called worm gear. The worm gear is this one. Means here it is where the steering is connected. Then this worm gear, it is the input. You see also it have the tips which the same as the pinion have. We have also this part called gear nut. This figure, it is a cutting view. This gear nut, it is this one. Means a gear nut is connected with this worm gear. Also, we have this pitman shaft. The pitman shaft is this one. Means this pitman shaft, it is like the output. As there on rack and pinion, the rack is the output. Means also the tie rods are connected through the center rings, but that center rings also get a motion or a movement from this pitman. We have also this part which called sector gear. These are the tips of a sector gear. This shaft also may be called sector shaft due to that those tips connected on are called sector gears. Then, what happened when the driver turns a steering wheel? I told you this steering spindle is connected on this side. When you turn this input shaft, which is worm gear, you will also turn at the same time this nut gear. Then this nut gear mesh in contact with this sector gear. Then when you turn in this direction, means, as you know, the steering system have to convert a rotary motion generated by the driver on the steering wheel into a linear motion. Means you turn the steering as a round or linear, then the wheels will turn in linear. You see, when you turn this, it is a circular motion. But the more you turn this steering spindle, this steering gear will turn in linear. You turn the steering in circular motion, but these tips, as it moves inward and outward, it will cause this pitman to turn in a linear motion. Then, let's look this. The purpose of this locking nut or this adjustment bolt. This pitman shaft is connected here. Red screen. Sometimes the dirties can cause your part to not be fixed right as you need. So you have to clean your component so that it will get well. You see, the length of this shaft will get out. Then, as I will rotate this screw, this length will be increased or decreased. You see, it is moving outward as I try to rotate this screw, which is adjusting screw. Means the length of this rod is increased. Then when I turn back also, this length will be decreased. We do this by using a screwdriver. Then you go and turn your wheels and gate. If the angle you need is reached, then you will stop by there. This is what we call adjusting screw. You see, the distance from here up to the end is reduced. Then, let's look for parts of this steering gearbox. Here we have this steering housing. It is this one. This is the steering housing we have here on this figure. Then you have this worm gear. It is this one. I have told you we have this bore nut. The bore nut, it is this one. Then you have here these bearings. The bearings are those one. Then we have those lock nuts. Lock nut, it is this one. Means you will use to tight this worm gear on this steering gearbox housing. We have also this worm bearing adjuster. Means it is this one inside. We have at other side what we call a gasket. A gasket, it is supposed to be here, but it collapsed. Then we have a sector shaft. I have told you it is this one. This is the part which made, we have also the side screw. Are those one I moved before. And we have sector bushing. The sector bushing is this one where those bolts are fixed on the steering gearbox. We have also those ball guides. Inside here, there are the balls which will help our nut gear to rotate or to slide on this worm gear. Then you see those parts are those one. They called ball guide. Means they are to guide. Means inside there are the balls. Also those ball guides will prevent the balls inside here to run out while you are rotating or you are turning your sector gear. Here we have recirculating balls. Means are the balls which are inside in this ball guide or on the sector gear or nut gear. Those are the components which made up a steering system with a recirculating ball. Then let's assembling those parts that we have the disassembling. Yes, we have done. Then next time we will continue by looking the 40 and collection of all those components, lock and pinion and the steering gearbox. This is the end of our session, but let's take a look on our objectives and look if we get on well. The first things we have as a target is to know the difference between the lock and pinion, the difference between conventional and power-assisted as the types of steering system, or the component which made up steering system. Here I mean the main components and the component which are different from the lock and pinion and the one on steering gearbox. We have also a target to know and to disassemble and assembling steering with steering gearbox and the pinion and all their parts. So I think everyone can get in mind that the steering system definition, as I told you, it is the system which made or the group of component linkage that are transmit the rotary motion provided by the driver to the wheel which have to be steered. And everyone have to remember that what happened from the steering wheel up to the wheels. Remember that the rotary motion from the driver have to be converted into a linear motion so that you will turn our wheels. So this is the end of our session, but I will like to inform you that next time we will see or we will have a session called detecting and correcting faulty on steering system, either power assisted, mechanical, or rack and pinion and both on steering gearbox. This session was delivered to you by Patrick Shimwe, a trainer in Licedo RUHANGO-IKIREZI in automobile transmission and control technology. For someone who get misunderstanding or for getting more information, call me on my telephone number as 07887333481. Thank you for your kind attention. We will meet in the next session.
Mubyeyi urifuza guteganyiriza umwana wawe ejo heza, gana mu mashuri ya apejerwa ariyo Licedo RUHANGO-IKIREZI hamwe na Emeru Intwari. Muri Licedo RUHANGO-IKIREZI tubafitiye amashami akurikira: culinary art cyangwa se ibijyanye n'ubutetsi, hari level 1, level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Food and beverage services tubafitiye level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye kandi accounting cyangwa se ibaruramari level 3, level 4 ndetse na level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubukanishi bw'amamodoka mu byiciro bikurikira: auto engine technology level 3, auto transmission and control system technology level 4, automobile transmission and control system technology level 5. Tubafitiye n'ubwubatsi masonry level ya 3, level ya 4 ndetse na level ya 5. Tubafitiye tourism ubukerarugendo level ya 3, iya 4 ndetse n'iya 5. Turabibutsa ko tubafitiye n'icyiciro rusange tonkome. Naho muri Emeru Intwari tubafitiye amashami y'umwaka umwe akurikira: automotive technology ubukanishi bw'amamodoka level ya mbere, hairdressing ubwiza no gutunganya umusatsi level ya mbere, tailoring ubudozi level ya mbere, masonry ubwubatsi level ya mbere. Muri aya mashuri yombi tubafitiye abarimu b'inzobere harimo n'abaturuka hanze y'igihugu. Tubafitiye kandi n'amacumbi y'abakobwa ndetse n'ay'abahungu. Abanyeshuri bacu bakora ingendo shuri mu gihugu ndetse no hanze yacyo. Tubaha umwanya wo kwimenyereza umwuga mu bigo bijyanye n'ibyo biga. Dukorera kandi graduation abanyeshuri basoje amasomo yabo. Aya mashuri aherereye mu mujyi wa Ruhango hafi ya gare. Ku bindi bisobanuro mwaduhamagara kuri 0788636219 cyangwa se 0722356668. Mwanaduhamagara kandi kuri 0788336213 cyangwa se 0788202285. Mwanadusura kuri website y'ishuri www.apejerwa.ac.rw. Umurimo ukozwe neza utuma batugirira icyizere.